You have done nothing wrong. You are safe, you are warm, nothing is hunting you, nothing needs your attention, and yet something is happening in your brain right now that no other animal on Earth experiences the way you do. A slow, creeping wrongness, a sense that time is moving incorrectly, that you should be somewhere else, doing something else, being something else. You are bored. And the fact that you can be is one of the strangest things about being human. Most people treat boredom like a minor inconvenience, a gap between things that matter. Scientists who study it have stopped seeing it that way, because when you look at what boredom actually is, what it does to the brain, why it exists, and why it appears to be almost entirely unique to humans, it stops looking like a gap. It starts looking like a window into something much deeper about what we are. Start with the biology. Boredom is not the absence of stimulation. That's the common assumption, and it's wrong. You can be bored in a loud room. You can be bored mid-conversation. You can be bored doing something you chose to do. Neuroscientists scanning the brains of bored subjects found something that should not be there. The default mode network, the system that activates when you daydream, plan, imagine, remember, was running at elevated levels. The brain wasn't switching off, it was switching on. Boredom isn't your brain going quiet, it's your brain demanding more than what's in front of it. That distinction matters because it tells you what boredom actually is. It is not understimulation, it is a mismatch. Your cognitive system is capable of a certain level of engagement and meaning, and the current moment is failing to meet it. The signal boredom sends is not "nothing is happening," it is "this is not enough." No other animal appears to generate that signal the way humans do. Researchers have tried. They have put primates in understimulating environments and observed what looks like restlessness. Zoo animals pace. Captive dolphins develop repetitive behaviors, but what scientists see in those cases is stress response to confinement. Remove the confinement and the behavior stops. The animal returns to baseline. It does not sit in an open field on a clear afternoon and feel that something is missing. The difference is the cognitive architecture required to produce genuine boredom. To be truly bored, you need something specific. You need the ability to imagine an alternative. You need to know that other things exist, that other moments are possible, that the current moment is one option among many, and that the options are not equal. That is not a capacity most animals have. It requires a working model of time, of self, of hypothetical futures. It requires the ability to hold what is against what could be, and register the distance between them. Humans do this automatically and constantly. It may be the thing that makes us most distinct from every other species alive. In 2014, a study published in Science gave participants a choice. They could sit alone in a room with nothing to do for 15 minutes, or they could administer mild electric shocks to themselves. 2/3 of men chose the shocks, a quarter of women did. One participant shocked himself 190 times in 15 minutes. They were not in pain, they were not distressed, they were bored, and boredom was worse. That result disturbed the researchers, because what it revealed was not just that boredom is unpleasant. It revealed that humans will actively choose discomfort over the experience of their own unoccupied mind. The mind left alone with itself becomes something people flee from. And the question that raises is not why boredom exists. The question is what the mind is doing in that room that makes people reach for the button. The answer, researchers think, is that the mind in that room is not doing nothing. It is running a search, scanning for meaning, for purpose, for a direction that justifies its existence in the next moment. Boredom is what that search feels like from the inside when it comes back empty. It is the cognitive system demanding a reason to keep going and not finding one in the immediate environment. That is a deeply human problem. Other animals do not need a reason. They exist in the present because the present is all there is. Hunger drives them forward. threat sends them moving. Comfort holds them still. The system is clean. There's no gap between what the brain is capable of and what the moment requires, because the brain is only capable of what the moment requires. The human brain outgrew that system somewhere along the line. It developed the capacity for abstraction, for planning, for imagining futures that do not yet exist. Those capacities are why you are reading this. They are why humans built cities and wrote music and mapped the stars. They are also why you can sit in a comfortable room with everything you need and feel profoundly, inexplicably wrong. Boredom is the cost of imagination. You cannot have the one without the other. There is a further layer that makes this stranger. Boredom is not just unpleasant, it is motivating in a specific direction. Studies show that bored people are more creative immediately after. They generate more original ideas. They make more unexpected connections. Boredom appears to function as a forcing mechanism, pushing the brain toward novelty, toward synthesis, toward the kind of thinking that produces things that did not previously exist. The discomfort is the point. The brain is not malfunctioning when you're bored. It is applying pressure. It is telling you that you are capable of more than this moment is asking of you, and it will not stop until you find it. No animal needs that signal. No animal has the gap that signal exists to close. The bird outside your window is not bored between flights. The dog asleep in the sun is not restless with the shape of its life. They do not carry the awareness that time is passing, that it could be spent differently, that somewhere beyond this field or this room something more significant might be happening. They are here, completely, simply here. You are here and somewhere else simultaneously, always partially elsewhere, always measuring the current moment against a version of it that doesn't yet exist. That is the condition boredom comes from, and it is, as far as anyone can tell, entirely yours. The researchers who study this most carefully tend to arrive at the same place. Boredom is not a flaw in the human system. It is evidence of the system's scale. An animal that cannot imagine more than the present moment will never be bored. An animal that can imagine everything will never fully escape it. You are bored because your brain was built for a scope that no single moment can fill. That is not a malfunction. That is the most human thing about you.